welcome inside another episode of the Sherwood Park Crusaders pregame show. My name is Zach Marks. Pleased to be bringing you this one from inside the Randy Rosen rink here in Sherwood Park, Alberta. Where just behind me, the Crusaders are getting their morning skate underway as they get set to make the trek to the border city and take on the Lloydminster Bobcats. That was a 5-2 win last time out for Sherwood Park as they knocked off their division rival Fort McMurray Oil Barons. 5-2 final as they went up 3-1 heading into the final period. Quick goals from Ryan Arnold and Carmelo Crandall, putting it out of reach, a late marker by the Oil Barons cutting into that lead, but they hold on to pick up 6 out of a total 8 points on a 4-game homestand. They'll now go on the road for 1 here tonight against the Bobcats. Coming into tonight's matchup, Sherwood Park a record of 29-17, 3-3, trailing the Bonnyville Pontiacs by 3 points for third place in the North Division. They have an 11-point gap on the Fort McMurray Oil Barons for fourth place as they look to cement their hold on home ice advantage in the first round of the North Division playoffs. Meanwhile, their opponents tonight, the Lloydminster Bobcats, they come in 6th place in the North Division, trying to track down the Fort McMurray Oil Barons for 5th place in the North. They come in with a record of 20-31, 1-1, as they look to fight off the Grand Prairie Storm, who are right on their tails for 6th place as well. As of now, these two teams have played 5 times against one another. Sherwood Park picking up wins in 2 out of the 5 games, losing in a shootout the last time these two teams met 2 Wednesdays ago, right here at the Sherwood Park Arena, a 5-4 final in favor of the Bobcats. Now the expectation is Eric Roost will get the start here tonight as he was named a finalist for the AJHL's top goaltender award earlier this morning as he's returned to the crease, picking up a win and a shootout loss since coming back from injury after missing 7 games. Expect him to get the nod in goal tonight. Now let's head to the pregame interview with head coach Evan McFeeters on how he felt his team performed on Wednesday night and what to expect out of the team's final matchup with the Lloydminster Bobcats this season. Joined now on the Crusaders pregame show by head coach Evan McFeeters. Evan, a 5-2 win over the Fort McMurray Oil Barons on Wednesday night. How did you feel your team performed in that game?
Yeah, looking back and rewatching the game, we were pretty good in a lot of areas. We established a pretty good forecheck out there. We were able to recover pucks that we weren't able to. If we weren't able to get in their zone with possession, we could chase them down and get them back. And we pushed back pretty physically on them, frustrated their group. Power play struck for 1. Penalty kill did a good job. 1 leaked through 5-on-3 when it was 5-1. So it doesn't really. It sucks to give up that PK goal, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really have too much of an effect on the game there. But we just really liked how we pushed back. We were a physical group that night. We controlled the pace of the game, and those are the type of games we need to play here down the stretch for leading into the playoffs.
You pick up 6 out of the possible 8 points on that homestand. You're considering that a success heading on the road here tonight?
Yeah, I think you got to consider that a success. 6 of 8 at home. Obviously, our goal is 8 of 8, and looking back on those games, we certainly had the ability to go 8 of 8. Gave up some leads in third periods in 2 of those games and dropped it in shootouts. But we had the ability to win every single night. We got a good team in our dressing room. We're starting to play pretty well and string together good games. And now we haven't played on the road in a while. It's weird to flip the script. We've been at home for the last 2 weeks, and I felt like we've been on the road the whole season. So we packed the bus. We go into Lloyd tonight. They've been playing us hard this season. I think they've won 4 in a row themselves here, so it'll be a good test tonight.
You mentioned the shootout losses, one of them coming to the Lloydminster Bobcats to open that homestand. What are you expecting out of them tonight?
Well, they certainly have some life over there. They're not too far behind Grand Prairie Fort McMurray, and they've got a pretty big group of games coming up where they can make some moves in the standings. So I know they're going to be excited for tonight. They took 2 points from us last game here. We got to be our best tonight.
Earlier this morning, Eric Roos named a finalist for the top goaltender award in the AJHL. What does that mean for the organization?
Well, first off, it's great for Eric Roost. I mean, coming into the season, he played 0 games at this level, and he quickly established himself as a starter, put himself on the radar, not just within our league, but for Canada West for the World Junior A Challenge, and established himself and getting some big-time starts there in the first game of that tournament, and then played elimination games. He's turned himself into a money goalie where he's calm and cool in big pressure situations, and he's certainly, when he's in the net, he looks like a 20-year-old goaltender. Whether he's only played 35 games at this level, he certainly earned the opportunity to be named a nominee for that award, and he's been our backbone all season long. And you look at our penalty kill, the reason why it's where it is our goaltending, and Rooster pushes Manzella, and Manzella pushes Rooster, and I think we got a great combination there. And just in terms of our organization, I think we've had a lot of individual success being recognized this year with our players, whether they're league awards or World Junior A invites. I think we've done a real good job of promoting our players, but it's all the work the players have put in, establishing themselves and making sure that they're everyday guys for us. We really challenge our players in our organization to show up at the rink at 8 a.m. and they don't leave until about 4 p.m. and we give them a bunch of resources here to better themselves, and these guys are taking advantage of it.
Final 8 games coming down the stretch. What's the message in the room heading into this final stretch?
Yeah, certainly the sprint to the finish line is upon us here, and we're still jockeying. We still have our sights set on third place. Bonnyville's been playing really good hockey here, and they're clipping at a pretty good rate, but that's still our goal. It's been our goal since the Christmas break when we came out of Christmas as a fifth place club, and we've solidified ourselves in fourth, we feel. Now we just need to continue the climb and move up the standings to third. But at the end of the day, whether we finish third, fourth, or fifth, we need to play our best hockey that first week of March, and we're going to have a good test that last weekend against Spruce Grove and back-to-back. Then we're literally playing for our lives every single day after that. That's the best part about playoffs is there's no more second chances. You got to live and breathe to get another opportunity to go back to war with your brothers here, and that's what we're striving for.
All right, thanks for this, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Zach.
And that'll do it for another episode of the Sherwood Park Crusaders pregame show. Puck drop is 7 p.m. in Lloydminster at the Centennial Civic Center Arena. You can catch the action on Hockey TV. For all of us in the Crusaders organization, we appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you at puck drop.